I think discovery story starts also with sort of huge ambition. Kind of, I think audacious ambition is a good way to describe it, and a tremendous restlessness from Adrian and the founding group to want to just do something extraordinary and never to be satisfied that's yet been achieved. And so today, 23 years later, there's exactly that same restless, huge ambition and drive to keep pushing the boundary. Nothing is ever enough. And I think linked to that is a very strong culture in the company. And I would just highlight a couple of elements in that culture that I think have been fundamental to the success of the business so far. One of those is a devotion to a purpose, which is about making people healthier. And a lot of people outside are skeptical of that, think it's kind of marketing spin. But I think anybody who spends time in the company sees that, everybody who works there believes that. We stumbled upon, I think, fairly accidentally, and this is a common story in discovery, what has become this whole field of behavioral economics and incentives, long before it was a formal discipline. In the early stages of the Vitality program, there were no textbooks, and you didn't have Dan Ariely and Richard Thaler and the whole popularization of that. And I think that is an example of what comes from a combination of, firstly, huge drive and ambition, secondly, a devotion to a core purpose, which has been persistent. And then the third element of the culture I would describe is a huge focus on attracting and retaining just the best human capital we can find wherever we can find it. And I think that's linked also to the fourth element, which is an environment which encourages just, relentless questioning, challenge, debate. I think Adrian's great strength, great genius actually is being comfortable to hire people who are smarter than him and never to be threatened by that. And that has permeated all the way down. And so that's been able to, I think, the leadership teams that have followed have just replicated that model. And so we hire very carefully, but people don't leave. And our management team is incredibly consistent and steady. And I think if you add all of those together, you get the story, which is ongoing innovation, new ideas all the time, a huge investment in that innovation. We have, I don't know of any other insurer around the world that has sort of R&D labs like we do. And I think it's all of those things that come together that create the source.